Oke guys, sekarang game kedua antara Echo dengan Onic ya guys ya. Semoga aja di game 2 ini ada yang lebih aneh lagi daripada game 1 tadi. Gue tapi pengen lihat si Kartizi ini main Lancelot, Hayabusa, hero-hero assassin yang keren-keren gitu loh, Cok. Apakah game ini dia main Lancelot, tapi Lancelot udah gak terlalu dipakai sih guys di Filipina ya. Gue jarang banget lihat Lancelot di pick.
Good against Claude, good against Paquito. Like if you're up against Valentina, what is she gonna steal? Like a movement speed buff, no slows, no slow deep buff. Like she does she need it? Man. And the Z-Long outputs a lot of damage against these heroes that wants to close the gap. I can't believe it.
You know what? Claude emang meta sih guys. Begitu nggak ada, begitu nggak ada 1-1 Beatrix tuh udah pasti Claude tuh meta, Cok. Tiga god lane teratas, Cok. Beatrix, 1-1, Claude.
If you put a Faramis there and then a Diggy, as you said earlier, that's gonna be unstoppable in certain areas of the game. Am I right?
Exactly when you mentioned his name, you know, I just heard the line, something never fade, and just full speed. There it is.
Paquito, Claude, Valentina, lawannya Faramis, Kari, Masya.
You're a gourd mate. Yeah, I know. I don't even know the gourd lines, to be honest. So, and that's 3,000 games in. But anyway, the thing is, you had that, right? You have the Faramis, you had Diggy.
Sensui. Ini Onic PH player baru semua sih ya, jadi emang kurang sih, rada kurang sih.
Well, either way, I don't think. That's a little outside of the box.
It's a good Z-Long game, honestly. I am crazy, but I want to see a Z-Long game.
You know, Tic-Tac might, who knows, Tic-Tac might be a crazy man himself. We don't really know the guy just yet, you know?
Sorry, they picked up a Grok.
Baxia, Valentina, pick-pickannya sampai sekarang masih normal-normal aja sih guys.
Which is something that Onic PH might be eyeing towards to, because they can swap, you know,
Baxia jungle.
Also
wow!
The you know, the Paquito and the gold.
Xborg bro, Xborg jungle nih. Bisa sih, Xborg sama Faramis kayaknya kuat sih guys di teamfight ya. Xborg Faramis, cuman harusnya Xborg kena Claude juga sama aja pecah armornya, Cok.
Wants to close the gap, but if you're not successful in killing the main targets for Onic Philippines, you get punished heavily by Benny Cutie. Rafaela pick, it's a supplementary pick for the Bosch and the Paquito, but it's not as good as the two picks of Echo PH. I think this is a very good game for Echo. It might just be an Xborg jungle.
Yeah, Xborg.
Iya, ini mau udah Xborg jungle, nggak mungkin Masya jungle ini.
Jungler pick, as I would say, and this is something that surprised me very much, because considering Xborg in the current meta, I don't really feel him to be a powerful pick. But as you said, the utility is something that we have to look out for.
You haven't seen first item ice queen 1.
Ininya
first item ice queen 1.
Yeah, it works. Slow. It works.
Sabar, gua kecilin ini dulu.
Why does it work?
Because it's insanity.
And
literally
Xborg now benefits from magic power.
Oh, so we're gonna have to look at how they actually build that Xborg. It's gonna be very exciting, considering that this is going to be the debut game of this Xborg pick,
right?
At least in season
Xborg
10.
jungle ya guys ya. New meta.
Let's find out as we enter game number 2 between Onic Philippines and Echo.
Kuat gak ya Xborg jungle ya? Tapi kalau gue lihat sih lawannya Claude gini harusnya pecah-pecah aja sih ininya. Apa namanya? Dia punya armor.
And at the same time, you know, he's got the Festival of Blood.
Yeah, we were discussing about this 2 days ago. I think that was with OSX and Santi, and we were theory crafting why Xborg
Gak bakal bisa, Cok. Grok ngerusuh Baxia. Ini malah bonyok Groknya keluar Freaker sayang. Kalau nggak mati. Udah keluar Freaker mati pula Yawi, rugi banget. Rugi banget itu guys. Misplay banget dari Yawi. Masalahnya kalau mati tapi nggak keluar flicker masih oke lah. Ini udah mati keluar flicker, Cok.
It happens so much damage, and also the slow factor is gonna become a problem for a lot of the jungle invaders. And Xborg naturally builds up HP, meaning more damage to neutral objectives, and that also scales up with the loss insanity. So I think Echo might just have a specific idea as to why this Xborg works. And remember, they also have a Faramis. The ultimate of the Xborg can be committed. Like, he doesn't have to think about it. I have a Faramis to save me.
I haven't seen the interaction between the Cult Altar and the Last Insanity as
You
well.
still lose the Firaga, but at least you don't have to worry about dying.
Yeah, and that's a big plus for any lineup that runs this
Oke,
Xborg for
dibakar,
sure.
Baxianya
As we are looking at
langsung
the
ulti deh.
XP lane, it feels like Sanford is having a tough time.
Langsung hilang armornya, Cok. Baxia lawan Xbox juga mati sih emang. Masih kuatan Baxia sih guys di early game-nya. Xbox tuh hero late game banget. Sampai flicker tuh. Paramisnya flicker. Itu nggak usah flicker sebenarnya Pakitonya tuh. Gue gedein suara.
Turtle will be started by Onic Philippines. This is a major objective for them to start a snowball that they want. It's 2-0 already for Sensui.
Nah,
It looks like
digas
they're
lagi,
having a
Cok.
great time. They're actually contesting Carl Teasy.
Yeah, they're gonna go right in, and Sanity's gonna be popped here, looking for.
Nah, Baxianya meninggal, itu dia. Itu dia Xbox sayang.
He does not want to give that purple buff up, but here we go. They find another kill as Sanford grabs one for himself, but Dur just waiting in the bush here. It's gonna be a little one-on-one action. Sanji there to back him up.
Dude, that barrier was so dirty from Yao.
I know.
Like, no exit, no escape. You're locked here with me. You're gonna die.
It's a firewall combo. You get the fire from Carl Teasy, you get the wall from Yaoi. Perfect execution coming in from Echo this time around. And Onic, they had a good 1,000 gold lead, shredded down to just 300 right now.
Onic really has to be careful when it comes to invading the enemy junglers. They did have a, they did just become successful with the first invade onto Cartesi because Echo were not expecting to have 4 heroes on their face. But after that, they grouped up and they knew that they had to fight against Onic. And this is the beauty of having a Grok and Xborg. It's really hard to contest your heroes because you have the Xborg wherein he can he can move away once the Firaga is no longer there, and you also have a re-engage from the Grok with the wild charge. And also, again, I have to remind you that the Guardian Sparrow is such a nuisance against Onic Philippines, especially with the Xborg on the lineup of Echo. They need to be careful when it comes to their positioning because they might just be heavily punished.
Yeah, might just be a 3v4 here down bottom lane, but looks like Onic Philippines will be rushing.
Ini sih dua-dua
away from
timnya
it. 20 seconds from
sebenarnya
now,
oke.
the
Dia
I think
first
the second
itemnya
turtle of the
War
game
X ya guys ya,
will be
Xbox-nya.
spawning, with Onic already securing the first one.
Yeah, so, and at the
Gue
same
nggak tahu
time,
sih ya
Endorse was
Xbox
able
jungle
to
nih kuat
grab
atau
that
enggak sih. Cuman yang gue yakin late game harusnya kuat late game. Tetap namanya Xbox ya Xbox guys.
Also, Nets getting his first big item here. And like we said, we saw this previous game. If Nets can just farm up on this quad, get into a comfort position where he has items, that Blazing Duet will be a nuisance here for Echo. But now as they go ahead and give the go on this turtle, it's going to be about half health. Yaoi trying to zone them out, does the wild charge, but just knocks them up. But the
Turtle-nya
turtle
tetap
is
dapat
secured
Baxia.
here by Sensui. And that's
Xbox
gonna be the
digas,
final
mati
for
lagi.
1 and 2 as Carl TZ does fall. Sanji has to flicker out here. Sanford 1 versus 4. Can he get out of this
Mashanya
one? He has plenty of
balik.
health bars. Gonna get tossed in a little bit, but
Oh,
still, it's
buset,
Turtle.
Pakitonya.
He is hurt, but he
Pakitonya
misses.
sange,
And
Cok.
he's gonna get walled off here, but he's in the bush.
Tapi
The
dijagain sama
protection
Baxia
is
sih.
there, so it's quite a chaotic thing, but they come out on top.
Big win here for Onic Philippines. Not only did they wound Echo a lot in that fight, but they also secured the second turtle of the game. Look at the items right now.
Yeah, this was Onic PH with a very good mindset coming into that clash. They're not even concerned about the neutral objectives. They just want to shut down the Xborg so they have an access towards the carry on the lead. Holy Baptism, it was enough to secure the timing. Even though Sensui was up in the air from the wall charge of the Grok, it was enough for him to be able to use the retribution at the proper timing. That was because, again, of the Holy Baptism that came out from Rapido, disabling Cartesi from taking the turtle.
Sanji?
Masih ada ulti. Oh, nggak sempat ulti Cok Faramisnya Cok. Kena ulti Faramis. Xbox-nya nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain. Mati lagi Xbox-nya guys. Kurang main si Xbox ya emang sih meta ini sih. Buset. Itu karinya ngapain Cok? Ngedev kayak gitu. Mati nih sama Pakito sumpah.
Oh, nice dodge!
Finally gets taken down. Killing spree for Super Prince.
Onic Philippines in that fight, stealing away that cult altar. What a play from Super Prince.
I have to say, there's a reason why a lot of the MPL teams are eyeing to get this player on the side of Onic PH, and he did just show up on that fight. He stole the ultimate of the Paramis when Carl TZ was about to use the ultimate, and he popped it at the right time. And Echo, they had nothing left on the tank, and Onic PH, they pushed through the middle lane. They didn't even care if the tower was still standing, as they wanted to take more objectives under their belt.
And Benecutie does secure another kill here. Looking at the scores, it looks like Sanford and Benecutie will be the ones to carry the Echo banner this time around. Carl TZ has been
Duitnya udah beda 4.000, Cok.
shut down by Onic Philippines.
Rada udah susah nggak sih? Tapi ya emang Eko nih semuanya late game guys. Kari, Masya, Xborg. Ini menurut gue udah expected banget sih. Lawannya Baxia, Rafaela, Pakito, itu 3 hero late game menyeramkan ya. 3 hero early yang sangat menyeramkan, Cok. Jadi Eko nih harus tahan sampai late game baru dah.
Sanji looking for something to happen here in the top lane. So far, it has been a game controlled by Onic Philippines, a 3K gold this time around, and it's kind of sad to look at Carl TZ with a low mechanical ceiling hero. Am I right? Like, we're used to him playing the Lancelots and the Links of the world.
Yeah, right now he might be feeling that he's playing a custom against a bot.
Iya, Cok, Carl TZ tapi mainnya Xbox. Mana nih, bos?
They're punishing this really heavily against Carl TZ. 1-3-2 right now on the Xborg. But what matters is the sustainability on the late game. And Echo knows this. They're just making a lot of space for Benecutie to be able to farm. That's why you see right now Yawi just protecting the carry
top
from
lane.
PH right now.
Creepnya di push.
He does know that they have to have solutions versus this carry right
Anjir,
now.
digas kayak gitu, Cok.
I mean, so
Rugi nggak sih Baxianya buang ulti cepet banget. Baxianya keluar ulti kecepatan tuh, guys. Bener-bener late game sih. Bingung jadi mau farmnya mau Xbox atau mau Masha atau mau Kari yang farming.
10 seconds from now, that's going to be the first Lord of the game. It's be very interesting to see whether
bahkan ini kayaknya Lordnya dilepas sih guys. Kalau nggak dilepas bisa rata sih feeling gue sih. Kalau udah masuk, Pakito masuk, Baxia masuk, Valentina ngambil ulti Faramis aja. Susah sih, Cok.
The retribution on point or online at this time around. Echo, they have to mount a big comeback here. Can they actually contest?
Yeah, I think they
Nggak
just trade
bisa.
it, right?
Tukar sama turret ya.
I mean, Benecutie and Yawi still at the top here because the wall is pretty much set by Onic Philippines. There you go.
Cloudnya ngejuk.
Over to Onic Philippines, but
Wah, malah mati, Cok, 1 lawan 2, Cok. Malah mati 1 lawan 2, guys.
Big outplay. I did see the minimap there. I think the Grok missed his ultimate.
Yep. This is the strength of the Claude. I can't remember which MPL coach told me this, but Claude is the best late game marksman, and he did just show up there. Nets, he knew that there's no way that Echo can take him down on that specific moment, as he had too much farm. And Onic, they're gonna use this Lord as a way to keep on maximizing the lead.
Rapid dude?
Aduh, Rafaelanya ngapain anjir di turret kayak gitu.
Lord's still going to be up, but that is one down here for Onic Philippines. Echo going to go ahead and do their best to defend, but they go in. Sanford giving the go signal.
Faramisnya ini loh, Cok.
There's the blazing
Faramisnya sih
from Nets, and they back off here.
Gila ya, emang Faramis tuh hero nggak boleh dilepas.
I wonder what happened in their communication there. Rapid dude definitely wasn't in the right place, and Echo Philippines were able to defend mainly because of that man down.
Yeah, and also this is where things get difficult for Onic. Yes, you do have the Claw, you do have the Valentina. Actually, you have a lot of damage on the side of Onic, but you need to find key heroes on Echo to be able to pick off before you actually engage into a fight. This is where Xborg and Grok is really strong. Base defense is going to become a huge problem for Onic.
Yeah. Speaking of base defense, Onic Philippines this time around does have that late game advantage that you said, Midnight. The Claude, I wonder who told you that, but it's going to be the best marksman in the late game.
The best marksman in the late game, Cloud.
Second best.
Second best marksman.
But you know, in terms of single target, we would have to say
in terms of DPS.
In terms of DPS and true damage, Benecutie definitely has that with him. But right now, they are going to contest this purple once again. Great wall from Yawi to protect him.
I think, you know, you just continue to buy time if you're Echo, right? You want to allow Benecutie to get those items, get farmed up here, and just like you said, the one advantage that the Echo's lineup has is that defense kind of playstyle, that advantage in the base specifically, right? So if they can even start off by getting a pick off, if they can, leading into that next Lord, maybe they can contest it, but still, 7K gold lead. Dur's gonna spawn out of that conceal, so he backs off from here.
The Yaoi conceal.
The Yaoi conceal. You know, Yaoi has been
and
doing this
Sui?
for the longest
Sut!
time. And Sui.
They're gonna crash it down here, but Echo
Ini sih bakal late game
play
sih.
the defense a little bit longer. Lord
Xborg
gonna be up here
gini bisa
shortly.
nge-clear lane.
So he's just gonna give that vision.
Paramis.
I believe he stole that right from Carl TZ.
Onic
That
juga,
must
tapi Onic
feel
ada
bad
Cloud
for
sih.
Carl TZ, but you know, the jungle emblem doesn't even give you bonus retribution damage anymore, so fair game really got stolen away from Carl TZ, and now he's acting up.
That was Sui telling Carl, okay, you keep on using retribution on me, I'm gonna steal your orange buff.
And that was one of the plays to put them at an 8K advantage against Echo. And now they're going to start the second Lord of the game, the first Luminous Lord. And I think they're going to give it away. Echo's just going to be fine with it.
Yeah. Again,
Give it away.
base defense is the key here for Echo. Onic just have so
Mesti nahan
many
sampai menit
goals on
18
their
ini guys
side.
ya Eko nih.
And again, this is because of the pressure that Rapido put on to Carl TZ. He was not able to play the Xborg game. And the surprises that Onic brought, like who would expect 4 heroes to just show up in front of an Xborg?
Yeah, and I mean, even now, like, you know, so he's able to grab his purple, but like we said, they've got to deal with the Lord out marching down the middle now. They have a great composition for that defense, that base defense. We'll see if they can hold on here in the mid lane.
No, Echo winning game number 1. Feels like Onic just held on to what they know what is right, and they still dominating from early to down here in the late game. Here comes Luminous Lord. They're going to push it down. No team fight just yet. It looks like the Lord just melted right in front of Echo.
Conceal play going to come out. The Yaoi conceal once again. But so far, you can consider this a successful defense from Echo.
That's part 2. They already did that 2 times in this game, defending against the level 1 Lord, and now to the Luminous Lord. They never lost an inhibitor turret.
Again, this is a problem for Onic. They need to find a way to crack the base of Echo because there is gonna, there is gonna be a point in the game wherein all of you just reach the
Langsung
maximum potential.
Baxianya langsung ngegas cok ulti Kartisi.
Behind the wall, the turret last and is going to be popped. They're looking to fight under the
Ada
turret.
Faramis, nggak ada minion. Jelek Onic PH nih, jelek nih.
They get the stun.
Nggak ada minion, nggak ada minion.
Mortality is still there to deal with. No one falling just yet. Turret's still going to be up, and it's still
Dapat
a
turret mid sih
defense
ini.
from Echo.
This is the cult alter meta, boys, but
Too many ghosts.
Too many
Counter
ghosts,
banget Faramis sama
no,
Valentina ya.
Not even a single death. That's what happened in that fight. But the inhibitor turret down mid lane does go down for the side of Onic.
Find a way to crack the base finally. It's a matter of fighting against the ghosts. So Onic PH, they definitely have a huge advantage here, but you need to be concerned about the DPS of what the amount of DPS that Echo can bring into the table during base defense. Claude should be worried about getting picked off by the wild charge of Yaoi. But other than that, Onic PH, they're sitting at a tight spot.
It is a very tight spot to sit at because 40 seconds from now, the next Lord will be spawning in Onic Philippines. They have gotten uncontested objectives for the entirety of this game, and this is something that they have to stop for if you're Echo.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to just continue to get as much gold as you can here, right? I don't think, yeah, the top screen, that's not correct here. Still, Echo trying to gain pretty much ground.
Stats gave
right?
up after the last fight.
Kayaknya
now
Lord,
they're back.
Lord
So,
yang ini dilepas
the amount of
lagi deh guys.
I was
Lord yang ini.
It got
Tuh,
thrown off by
menitnya
the
belum
ghost
menit
battle there,
18.
But that's the thing. You're working
Gue
from a
takutnya tuh
huge
Eko bisa rata di
gap
sini
here.
cok.
And
Kalau di
as we're
luar-luar
reaching
gitu
the
lawan
15-minute
pakai top
mark,
Cloud
or
ya.
the 16-minute mark, this next Lord comes up. You might be at a point where Echo just continues to concede the Lords and wants to just fight in the base. But how long can you continue to do that?
I think they can do it all day because Onic PH, again, as I mentioned earlier, they're reaching their peak potential,
Nah, kan,
and we
dilepas
haven't
lagi tuh.
seen Echoes yet. Like,
Nggak
the amount of
peduli,
items that they
Echo tuh
have
nggak
on the
peduli
side
guys, yang penting
is
amanin
still
buff,
just
nge-defend
increasing.
turret.
Onic PH, the
Faramis,
only things,
Xborg
the
gitu
only
kan.
things that they can buy right now are the potions and the immortalities or the casual winter truncheons.
Ini sih
and
kita nggak boleh
when we
di-push cok.
look at the
Lordnya ke
gold
mid.
graph, a lot of times
Tuh.
it takes around 60,000
Si
gold or
Kartisi nggak nge-push midnya
65,000
tuh.
gold to
Jangan,
actually
memang
secure
nggak boleh di-push
that
midnya.
even Steven scenario. scenario where it doesn't matter what happens.
Di-freeze
in
biar
early to
Lord Team bisa
mid.
di-clear
What
duluan.
matters is the next team fight. So it's gonna be a lot of time here for Echo to actually achieve that. Perhaps even 2 more defenses against a Lord. But you know, one team fight blunder from Onic could actually change this. We've seen big comebacks. We were no strangers to that in the first 2 days of MPL.
Pakitonya
If
kecepatan
there's anything about week
Tan
1,
nggak
it's
sih clear?
literally
Nggak
the
sih.
week of
Pas.
crazy surprises and comebacks, right? So
Lordnya
already
masuk.
Lord here going to be in the
Yep.
mid side. Karltzy trying to hold that down, also just trying to keep that bottom turret alive if they can. But
Temennya
Sensui
sih
goes in
hilang
behind the
harusnya, guys.
wall. Gonna look for a play, zoning them out just a little bit. Lord still has to be worked on here. This should be the bottom inhibitor.
Masyanya.
Philippines.
Masyanya
But there you
bocor,
go,
brother.
The Cold Holder is gonna be committed here. Quite a bit of stun. Blazing Duet's gonna be popped, and they force them back. The turret does go down. Nets looking for another kill. Last Insanity does come out.
Susah
has
sih
quite
mau
a bit of
Xborg
damage,
juga ya.
but no one goes down
Lawan Cloud
just
gini.
yet. And once again, the battle
Tapi
of the
ke defense,
ghosts,
Cok.
no one falls.
Satu turret hilang, satu turret lagi hilang. Gitu-gitu aja guys, ntar menit 18 Lord, satu turret lagi hilang.
All 5 heroes on the side of Echo are
Gitu
still
terus.
alive. And the crazy thing is Karltzy can just regenerate the Firaga armor and keep on using the last Insanity.
And this is really
It's a
crazy.
stalemate.
As you said, Midnight, a 10k gold lead, you can't even feel it. They can't even finish the game. They need to find a perfect team fight for that to happen.
They need to take out Sanji.
Yeah, and so far, Echo has been defending really well.
Well, this might be it. Never mind. They forced them back once again. Cold Holder going to be committed here.
Buset.
Looking for
Xborg.
a setup
Wah, langsung
again. The
hilang.
wall comes down. They are trapped.
Mati nggak tuh
But
Cloud
look at
tuh?
Sanford. He
Mati
found
nggak tuh?
Nets to the backside. He has to be careful though as he is
Masyanya yang
overextended
bahaya,
a little
bos.
bit. He's going to get caught. He
Mati
doesn't have enough
Masyanya,
health. And
guys,
he falls
guys.
here. Onic
no.
Philippines still holding on.
Game 3
Now he's
kah,
gotta
brother and
recharge,
sister?
recall and heal up. But here we go. Onic Philippines looking to
Round
push this
2.
one in. They find Benny Cutie, the perfect target. And Onic
Rafaela mat,
Philippines
nggak ini.
gonna take this to a game number 3. It's only a matter of
Oke,
time.
game 3,
And
bos.
there you go.
Tidak
Onic
bisa
Philippines
ternyata
takes
Xborg ya.
game 2.
Onic Philippines, after a long
Yan.
stretch in the
Game 3,
late
guys.
game, team fight after team fight, they finally